I was thinking about something, and if you're a Dolphins fan, be prepared because it's not good. It's just not good. And we talk about all this stuff with Tyreek and all the crap that goes on. I want you to look at what's gone on over the off season. Okay. Unfortunately, um, we have a head coach that has created a negative atmosphere for football. He creates his little positive vibe environment and all that stuff, but it doesn't produce what you need it to produce. What he has produced is basically what the Dolphins have been for 40 years. They're the team that barely gets into the playoffs or barely misses the playoffs. That's who they've been. We've been stuck in the middle forever. Okay. But notice Reggie McKenzie left. It was one of the two hires that Chris Greer made in the front office. So Reggie gets an opportunity, and it's kind of almost a lateral move. It's really not much of an upgrade. Yet he left. And when I look at top tier free agents, and when I look at players from within the organization, Javon Holland is not saying, I have to stay here. I've got to be here. Yeah. What are they saying? Yeah, he's got to test. He's earned the right. This is not a place, Calais Campbell. If he's going to play again, it ain't going to be here. Teron Armstead, if he decides to come back, it ain't going to be here. Unless he just wants to be like a coach or some shit. So as we head into free agency, don't expect people like, I'll give you an example. There was some silly talk out there that people were like, well, why didn't they go after the special teams coach from New Orleans? Man, he was here. We all love him, Darren Rizzi. And it's like, why would Darren Rizzi be stupid to take a job here with a coach on a hot seat? Why do you think Reggie McKenzie left? He knows that everybody's on the hot seat this year. It's a sinking ship. And he's getting off. So Darren Rizzi's not going to come here. It's a sinking ship. He's going to go to Denver, where the coach that just took over made it to the playoffs. So he already has a 5-year deal. Well, he pretty much guaranteed himself that he's going to be there for 4 more years easily. So that's guaranteed. Darren Rizzi's going to make salary for 4 more years, where he has worked with that coach. He was an assistant head coach to Sean Payton. Don't expect free agents to be lined up to come here because they want to win or because they're going to take less. They're only going to come here if you overpay them. Like what we've gone through in the past. This is not a situation at this point in time where anybody is going to take less or anybody is going to say, yeah, you know what? They're offering me 14 million there, but you're offering me 12 here. I'm going to take the 12 because you guys are going to win. They're not saying that. So you're not going to have coaches that are dying to come here, Darren Rizzi or others. You're not going to have people that are dying to stay here. Weaver was, obviously he wants to improve, but he was doing his interviews. He was making his rounds. He wants to get the hell out. This is a stepping stone. You saw with Reggie McKenzie, he was like taking pretty much a lateral position. I'm out of here. The silly talk, of course, it's the offseason. Let's talk bullshit. Darren Rizzi, he ain't coming here. I tell the Heat fans to get off your high horse. Pat Riley's rings and all that doesn't mean anything anymore. It carries no weight anymore. The Heat need to collect draft picks and cap space if they want to add the big dogs. Well, on the flip side, because Mike McDaniel has been a failure, because Mike McDaniel has not created the right environment or culture in order to win big and win anything significant, which is something that the Dolphins haven't done for 40 years, win anything significant. Do not expect this, just like the Miami Heat or the Miami Dolphins. You're not a sexy destination. Nobody's coming to the Miami Dolphins because they think they're going to win. They're only coming to the Miami Dolphins because you're overpaying, because you're in no tax state. Not a coach, not a front office, not a personnel, not a player. Nobody's lining up to be a part of this franchise. If they joined it, it's because they had no choice. They were drafted, traded to, or they're settling because they're getting the most money possible. In other words, for all the wrong reasons. That's not how you want to go into a season, an off season, where you desperately need to win and turn things around. And the examples are all there. They're staring you in the face. If you want to avoid them, you go ahead and avoid them. But I know what I see. And it ain't good.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.